And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the New York Yankees. Today we've got two teams with a lot of history, but it's traditionally been a one-sided matchup, Singy.
Yeah, they've certainly had the upper hand every time these two face off, Boog. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes down in today's matchup. I mean, at some point, the trend has got to stop, right?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And getting the call for this one, Ryan Yarbrough.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, Arizona, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
That's down and in. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2-2 count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And he grounds one to the right side. Chisholm tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. Backed off the plate that time. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Ketel Marte, a switch hitter batting right. Grounded to third, could be 2. To second, that's 1. And that's 2. No runs. Back here with my pal Singy. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. How about a report on him, Chris?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
On the ground to third. And that one handled. Whips it across. 1 up, 1 down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Hit hard on the ground to short. Zips it across, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
The right fielder, Aaron
Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike. And ball 1 to Judge.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
So man aboard. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. And that's downstairs. Ball 1.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there.
This one in the dirt. And that's in there at the knees. And now 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one looks like trouble. Coming home. He will score.
Back-to-back base hits, double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Throw to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Stanton up to third on the wild pitch. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. This is Diamondbacks baseball. Second inning set to go. Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First offering, and it just misses. Gurriel gets a piece. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a little bit low. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. 1 out, bases empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. Gary Simmons
1 ball, 1
has the
strike.
plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Over to Goldie. 2 up, 2 down. Randall Grichuk now. Rips that one center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Back at Yankee Stadium, now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Hit weakly on the ground. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Grounds 1 to short. Perdomo. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. And up next for New York, Ben Rice. And that's in there for strike 1. Just missed. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And no swing, says James Kingsley. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So the Yankees. Yarbrough back to work. There's a swing and a drive. And it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3.
Waste no time there. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed.
1-0.
On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
I got 1 ball,
Filthy
1 strike.
changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swings and misses. 1-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it. You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That one to first, Goldie. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Here's Josh Naylor. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Naylor measures 5 feet 10 inches, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup. This is Corbin Carroll. Just missed. That one misses, and it's 2-0. And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 2.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there on the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
Runner on the go. Ball misses.
That pitch is out.
And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 2-1.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
So, runner at second, 2 now. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He hit into a double play his first time up. Now a screamer into the outfield. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and that is that. But 2 runs for him. Back here in New York, set for the bottom of the 3rd, and here's the catcher, Austin Wells. First pitch, and he just misses. Wells matched a homer in his last game. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
And a pitch. To the right side, Marte sends it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Back to the top of the Yankee order, and here's Paul Goldschmidt. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
In plenty of time to first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. Oswaldo Cabrera, the next to hit. Slice down the right side. The 0-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking. And the Yanks go quietly. Down in order. Start of the 4th, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That's smashed towards center. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Little chopper rolls foul. In the dirt, but kept close. Swings through it for the K. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Now
Randall
batting, the
Grichuk
designated
stands
hitter,
in now for the
Randall
Diamondbacks.
Grichuk.
0 for 1 so far. On the ground to the left, Cabrera throws to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Headed down the line, and that's a foul ball. Foul ball there. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. So bottom 4, here is Aaron Judge. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
No ball,
The
2
Yanks
strikes.
down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. To the right side, Marte. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Now here is Anthony Volpe.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ground ball up the middle. Perdomo to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're back,
Now
and there's a new arm
for
on the
the
mound to
New
start the
York
5th.
Yankees,
Fernando Cruz.
Number 63.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And Naylor swings through that one. All right, so Monument Park out there in center field at Yankee Stadium. Have you gotten a chance to check that out?
Boog, I have seen it more after my playing career than I did as a player. But as a broadcaster, many times entering and exiting through the center field fence, particularly in the playoffs, get a chance to take a glimpse over. And I got to say, you do get some goosebumps.
Saying 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit.
One down, base is empty. Got him swinging. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, you're trying to put me out of business, aren't you? And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
0-2.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Corbin goes down on strikes. So back at Yankee Stadium, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
The tag, and got him at second. The D-backs leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees. So that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
And it's quickly 0-2
No ball, 2 strikes.
on the designated hitter.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That's out to center field. McCarthy settles under it. He's there. He's got it. That is. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Perdomo.
Cruz back to work. Late on that fastball. Cruz measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a splitter, a 4-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Now
I got
one
a ball,
miss.
1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a foul straight back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Wells gathers, throws to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that.
0-2 is the count.
Out towards right center field. Judge getting an angle on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Right through there for a strike.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Fastball for a strike. The Diamondbacks up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Up the middle. That's a hit.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Cabrera swings through it for strike 1. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Goldie into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. The other way. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And it falls. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 2-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 outs, runner on first. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. And now the 0-1. There's the strike.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. To second, but way too late. Safe there. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit. Then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. This to third. Suarez tosses across to first. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Luke Weaver. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
New York Yankees, number 30.
Suarez up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Hit on the ground to short. Into the outfield. Base hit. And the go-ahead run is on base. And now Randall Grichuk. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. Torey Lovullo making a move for a new bat. Pavin Smith. Big spot for him here. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Fights it off. He'll see another. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Not close with that one. And the count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Next offering is outside. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ground ball right side. To Volpe, accepted for 1. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Next to hit for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Adrian Del Castillo. Runner on first and one down for him. That one down the line. Fair ball. And into second with one away. That's a double.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Number 10.
And here is Jake McCarthy on the ground, right side. Play at the plate, not in time. He's safe. It's 3-2.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh.
Runners at the corners here, one away. At the plate, Josh Naylor. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
2 on, 1 out. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Inside, and a full count now. Chases that one out of the zone. He battled for a long time, but it here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
Hamilton.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And that's the 3rd out. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Now here's Trent Grisham. Ripped into left center for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game. So great job there, stepping up to the challenge.
Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. Throw, and they got him.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit in the air out to center field. McCarthy settles under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Fouled off. He was late. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that one missing low. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that is that. One hit. We go to the 8th, and now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Stanton should have this one. Corrals it, and there's one down. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ketel Marte. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. Man at first with one gone. Here's Gurriel, 1 for 3. Swinging a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. One out. Runners at first and second. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Two on, one out. Pitch misses, and the count 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Stanton sizes this one up, and that's the 3rd out. Back now in the mound for the Diamondbacks, Shelby Miller.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in. From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That misses, and it's a full count. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Back to the top of the order now. And now the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And a count 1-2. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. So Goldie strikes out here.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Critical at bat coming up, and in steps Aaron Judge. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Outside low. Gonna count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Stanton now. And a base hit on the line. Around third. He scores to tie it up. Coming home. He's safe as he gets his hand in. 4-3, they take the lead.
such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
So runner at second, 2 down. Anthony Volpe digs in now. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. Last chance coming up for the D-backs.
Pitching for
Back
the New
now,
York Yankees.
and on the mound, the closer,
Number
Devin
38.
Williams.
Well, he blew a save opportunity his last time out, and I'm sure that's at least in the back of his mind. So this is a good chance at some redemption here.
Stanton is there. Brings it in. And there's one down. And now the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
This one in the air. Cabrera moving under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. Josh Naylor will hit next. Outside low. And that's ball one. Williams, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one inside, and the count is 2-0. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That one misses, and it's 3-0.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
And there's the automatic. That one hammered center field. Grisham drop step going back. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. All muscle to center field. And this game is tied. It's 4-4.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run. And that's exactly what they needed. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 3 in this one. That one fouled off.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Hot shot to third. Over to Goldie. And the inning is over. D-backs get one on the solo jack. It's now tied 4-4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back in the Bronx. Ryan Thompson gets handed the rock out of the pen. This is his first appearance of the season.
Ryan Thompson
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Chisholm in the box now. Takes strike one. Next one off the plate inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that skips into dirt.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If you can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
That one way inside.
2 strikes.
Next offering is down low. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That's the 3rd out.
Pitching,
Mark Leiter Jr. on to pitch out of the pen here.
56.
And he has some nasty breaking stuff.
Leiter Jr.
And that is out of play. Out there to center. And it falls. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tied at 4.
1 ball.
In the
2
dirt,
strikes.
blocked. Well done behind the dish. And downstairs.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. On a line. And that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Relay to second. Safe.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that one fouled off. On the ground to third. Jumps, throws. Nicely done for the out. Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one lifted to left. Snags it for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Torey Lovullo making a move for a new bat. Alec Thomas looking for a 2-out hit with a runner in scoring position. And he swings over the top there.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it on the first. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. D-backs with a run-scoring double. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back. Justin Martinez
Now
comes
pitching
on trying to
for
close it
Arizona.
out. He comes in with a chance
Number
for his
63.
second save of the season.
Justin Martinez.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Now fly ball to right center. Carroll on the move. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And there's one down. Goldie up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. In the air, right side of the infield. Marte makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. So it's their last chance in this one. Stepping in,
That's a ball.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Count's 1-0.
2 down, nobody on.
Nope, outside.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next pitch is downstairs.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And now a full count.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Ball 4, he walked in. And that'll keep the line moving.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
They're down to their final strike.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.